Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. This is the second video in a series of my haul of incredible brands by Black women and women of color from the US. Now I went to Miami for Art Basel in December. Obviously, one of the first things I did was to go to Target. I had never been. In the previous video, I covered hair products. In this video, I'm going to be covering makeup and body products. So if you haven't watched the last video, I'm going to pop that in the description box below so that you can take a look. Just one thing before I do, in the UK, I'm the founder of a brand called Janet's List, and we have physical pop-ups featuring incredible brands and art by Black women and women of color from the UK. So this is obviously something that I am interested in. So there are no prizes for guessing that, of course, the first product I was going to get was the Black Girl Sunscreen, moisturizing sunscreen lotion for face and body, SPF 30, broad spectrum, infused with jojoba and avocado, water resistant for 80 minutes. That's important because I'll tell you where this fits into my routine. Ultra sheer, no white residue. So as you can see from the close-up, that is the consistency of the product. I'm just rubbing it into my dark skin so that you get an idea of how it works in, and they are right when they say that there is no white residue. I found it a little bit heavier than my own personal preference for sunscreens, and so I think that I will use this product largely when I'm on holiday, when I'm a little bit more relaxed. I might be getting into the water in and out, and so I know that I will have coverage for that. I also think on holiday, I'm not a makeup girl anyway, as you will discover, but on holiday I especially tend not to put on any makeup, and I think that this is a good sunscreen if you're not putting makeup on. I think with makeup, I personally just find it a little bit heavy. It's a good product. It's going to be on rotation for me, but I wouldn't say that this is a product that I would use every day in London. There are other sunscreens that I personally prefer. By the way, I'm really picky about sunscreen as well, so a lot of the ones that people like, I'm like, yeah, it's okay, but I have one that is at the top of my list, and I think I'm going to include that in an upcoming empties video. So that is the first product, which is Black Girl Sunscreen. As a London woman going into Target, of course, I was going to try out some honey pot products. Now, I know technically that this brand, I believe, has been acquired, but it was created and founded by a Black woman. Let me start with the product that I've actually used. So this is the Honey Pot Plant-Derived Feminine Care Cucumber Aloe Wipes for intimate parts, body and face. So what I think is quite clever about this product is that you can use it not just on your intimate parts, but also your body and your face. And so I think it is perfect for traveling. When I really put it to the test was at the start of the year. I was going to be away for a month and I had a 17-hour journey. And this is exactly the type of thing that you would want for a journey like that. Obviously, with it being cucumber, it kind of smells the way you would expect a cucumber product to smell, but a little bit more sort of soapy and fresh. I would say in terms of putting it in those areas, it's just a little bit tingly, you feel it a little bit. I think if I was buying the wipes again, I would definitely buy the sensitive fragrance-free option. So one thing that I think is really clever about this product is having one set of wipes for everything. Obviously, the other wipes that you might have, you can use it on your body. I mean, I don't know that I would use it on my face, but I suppose you probably can, but you definitely wouldn't use it on your intimate parts. Whereas if you have wipes that are specifically formulated to be able to be used on your intimate parts, but then you can use them on your body, on your face if you prefer, then that's quite a useful, clever little product. And really fantastic for traveling or when you're at a festival. And so that brings me to the third product from the haul, which is the Honey Pot Sensitive Foaming Wash. I haven't actually used this product yet. It's just been sitting on the shelf waiting to come into my rotation. As you know, I pay for all of these products from my pocket. I actually buy products that I intend to use, but because of the nature of what I do, I just have tons of products. But my first impressions of this are really good. I've sprayed it on my hands so that you can see what it looks like. It's a foaming wash. It's formulated to be really safe and gentle. It is dermatologist approved. I just know that I like this product. I know that I'll use it to the end. Like I said, I'm definitely, the next time when I pick Honey Pot products, I'm going to pick the sensitive version instead of the fragranced version for the wipes. But out of all of the products in the Honey Pot range, those were the two things that I found myself reaching for: the wipes and the foaming wash. obviously, as expected, the foaming wash doesn't have any fragrance, so it's completely fragrance free. If you're enjoying this and you're finding this useful, please take a moment to like. You know, we're a small channel, so every little bit of engagement helps us to make our way in these YouTube streets. And if you think that you want to see more of where that came from, take a moment to subscribe as well. There are so many fantastic videos featuring brands by Black women, art by Black women, as that is the default on this channel. So we've done like the body and face, so now let's move on to makeup. Full disclaimer, I feel like there are two types of women in the world. There's makeup girlies and there's skincare girlies. I suppose there's a third, people who are really into both. I would consider myself a skincare girly 100%. When it comes to makeup, like, I love the YouTube videos, I watch the babes putting on their makeup, but to be honest, I just don't have the skills. It's not my area of strength. But the one thing that I'm always curious about is products. So when I went into the Ulta in Target, the first thing I found myself reaching for is this Warrior palette by Juvia's Place. Obviously, this is probably a product reference to The Woman King, which is a fantastic film. I reached out for this because I thought that there was some interesting nudes. I'm just going to hold that to the camera so you can see the different colors. I think this palette is okay in terms of my first impressions. I feel like I have other palettes that just perform much more stronger when it comes to the distribution and when you put the product on your eyelid. I'm just going to hold up a swatch of the bottom three colors just so that you can get an idea of what that looks like against my dark skin. The one thing that I would say I like out of this palette, and which I think I'm going to hit the pan on, is that dark color in the corner, the minnow color. It's just a really lovely deep brown, which is really fantastic for working into your eyebrows, working into your lash line. I think, to be honest, you could almost use it as a contour if you needed to improvise, if you didn't have your full makeup kit and you wanted to improvise. So while I think the rest of the palette is average, I think the thing that they absolutely nailed is that deep dark brown color in the top corner. I'm glad I picked it. I wanted to support the project and obviously to show support for Woman King, but I feel just from first impressions there are other palettes that I prefer more than this. The next item from my list I got in a standalone Ulta, so not the Ulta that's in Target, but obviously it's just easier to include it in this video, and it is Madame Fenty. So in December she had this purple glittery gloss, but it was part of a trio. You couldn't buy it on its own, which is just really annoying. But it's also why Riri is a billionaire, because I can tell you the babes in Ulta were buying the whole pack just to be able to get to this. So it was like a Christmas festive thing, and the ladies in Ulta told me that even they themselves bought the 3-pack just because they wanted this color. And it's true, I haven't really tried on these other colors, although I'm going to swatch the other pink one. So this purple glittery color is what I'm wearing on my lips at the moment. It is the Fuschia Flex. That's what it looks like on my lips, but I did line my lips with a Sephora lip liner. It's a really easy product to apply. I don't find it has as much longevity as the Fruit Snacks, which is like my absolute OG Fenty Gloss Bomb. I love the color. I think with certain outfits it just pops. It looks really cute. No regrets at all buying the 3-pack just to be able to access this. It's not something that I would use every day, but it's just one of those things that you find yourself reaching for when you're wearing a particular outfit or when you just want a little bit of razzle dazzle. So that is one of the items I picked. Obviously no haul is complete without a little bit of Fenty. So the next product I got is TLB, which I believe is the lip bar, and there was a whole bunch of products that I could have tried, but what I actually really needed was a concealer. And so I went for the Quick Conceal Caffeine Concealer in Mocha. Like I said, I'm a skincare babe. I'm not a makeup babe. So I was just literally eyeballing and guessing the color. That's what it looks like, and that's what the color looks like up close. I have used this product. I found myself putting this on and reaching for it in my little box of makeup products. Obviously I have the Fenty concealer, but I actually prefer this one to that. It just feels really good. It blends really nicely. I feel like this, I probably need a slightly warmer color, but in terms of the product and in terms of the brand, it's a good buy. So the final product on my list is this lipstick by Mented. I'm just going to hold that up to the camera. Before I say anything else, I just love the packaging on this. Like, it just feels really soft and really tactile. It's like, I wish I had this material on my notebooks or like on a mug. I don't know how to describe it, but it just feels really nice. So well done, Mented, on the packaging front. However, I found that the lipstick separated, like, you know, like when the bullet separates, so that's really annoying. So it's just a bit annoying when I use it. I went for a brown, which as it turns out is an exact match for my skin tone. So even as I try to swatch it, it just completely disappears, almost like a foundation would. I have worn this lipstick a couple of times. What I tend to do is I'll put it on the edges, and then I will maybe put a pink and just work it all into my own weird color that I like. Alternatively, what really works is to wear this color and then to use Fenty's Hot Chocolate, which is this color. It's a lovely chocolatey brown color, to use that on top of it. So that's how I found myself using that product. Fenty's Hot Chocolate, I use this thing at least once a day. Since I got it, I find myself just putting it over whatever lipstick I'm wearing. I'm gonna put some hot chocolate on that. So Fenty did the thing with that product. That brings me to the end of this video. Thank you so much for sticking around. Again, if you enjoyed this video and you found it useful, please remember to press the like button and to press the subscribe button. There's also tons more content where that came from, particularly brands from the UK by Black women and women of color. So I'm gonna put a couple of those in the description box below. Thank you so much, and I shall see you in the next video.